So I'm Erwan Lepage, and I run a company called Media Square. It's an alliance that was founded 8 years ago under a different name. At the time, it was called La Place Media. And 2 years ago, we merged that alliance with another alliance to form Media Square. So we're the biggest marketplace for French publishers in France.
I'm Borja Ucía. I'm from Spain. I'm the sales manager at mais. We are the PMP that we are part from Grupo Prisa, Grupo Vocento, and Godot Group.
I'm Danny Spears. I'm Chief Operating Officer at the Ozone Project in the UK. Ozone is a data and technology business that's owned by 4 of the largest UK publishers. And we also work with a wider group of news and magazine publishers who share, I suppose, in the challenges that most publishers around the world face.
Well, the first key point is that we were created by publishers. We are owned by publishers. My shareholders are 10 of the biggest publishers in France. You have TV networks, you have big newspapers like Le Monde or Les Echos, and you have also magazines. And so we are owned and operated by publishers. So that's the first thing. What we brought to the market was also some confidence for the brands and advertisers, because they knew all these brands, they know them for years and sometimes for some of them for centuries. And so it was a big reassurance for them to work with publishers in the programmatic field, because there is more brand safety and they know where they will appear. So we have a confidence which is very helpful to develop the programmatic market, because that confidence comes from the media brands. And so that's what we brought in massively. And then another thing is that we are fully transparent. It means that all the publishers we work with, whether they are shareholders or not, everyone has the exact same conditions. Everybody knows what we earn. Everybody knows what goes to the publisher. So we are very far from what, for example, platforms offer.
As the same as Media Square, Sirpon as well, we are owned by public. With these 3 major groups, we reach more than 94% of the Spanish market. So it's a good and big percentage. We are trying to give more control and transparency, because it's demand of the market. It's what agencies and clients are demanding for all this digital market. And that's why mais was created. We want to give one brand safety solution for all advertisers and agencies. And there was not any PMP here in Spain that used to give this offer. And the thing that we saw is together we are more strong, and of course, brands as ABC, El País, or La Vanguardia, that content is the content that advertisers want to be in.
So we're working with a growing group of quality content producers, and we're focused on supporting them engage with marketers and major buyers to give the marketer access to qualified audiences at incredible scale, and unlike Google and Facebook, allowing them to execute those audiences into quality content environments. And we are in a very exciting state of growth in the UK, driven by marketers who want change, who are investing in, I suppose, a cleaner supply chain, and who are looking for healthy alternatives to the dominant platforms as a means to connect with consumers.
Well, at the moment, we've been around for so many years now, because it's been 8 years, that we are referenced in every campaign. So for that, it's okay. But as you know, over the last 3 years, the burden of the GAFA is growing every year and is taking more and more revenue. And so the game has really changed a lot. And so we've been educating a market to adopt programmatic, but now they tend to go to GAFA. And now at the moment, people are saying, no, we are coming back to publishers, But for real, when you look at the figures, it's not there yet.
GAFA is increasing because here in Spain, well, it's not that close to 80%. It's more close to 70s. But I think they are increasing. So these 3 months ago, with all the pandemic and the lockdown, these companies were increasing as well their revenue. So we must came just to give an alternative to that demand, because all our products are based on audience. So as you said, we're working and we create all products based on our technology. And the thing is, we want, with all these three media groups, we want to try to give a good offer with a really high demand product based on different KPIs based on audience. So every product that we sell is based on audience, because the only reason why is because advertisers and agencies are looking forward to find those users in a brand safe website. And there was not other way, this gave companies, this give a huge volume of demand. So to buy a specific audience was really difficult to buy and found them in publishers, because they don't have that huge demand, as well as video advertising. We are not big products of video, but together we can offer a good demand, and as well with our technology, we can give a good offer in a good brand website. So I think we're giving what advertisers want and what agencies and trade desks are looking forward. So I think it's the way that we have to work, and of course it's a lot to work to do.
Ozone project, in large part, was built in response to what we heard as news organisations, what we heard from the market, and so often we, in the annual commercial conversations that we'd each individually have, we'd speak to the most important investors in the market, and we'd ask for more money. And the response that we got was always very warm, very positive. Buyers would say, "We want to spend more with you. We love your brands. We appreciate your audience. We believe you have an important place in society." And they'd really go a long way in emphasising the extent to which they supported, what we stand for in our business. However, what they always called out was how difficult it is and was to transact with individual publishers because of the differences in the inventory, differences in terms of the audience classifications, and of course the fact you have to speak to many different people to make to execute a buy. And so it was with that view that we came away with a very clear idea that whilst we're a publisher business, what we have to provide is a solution that works for marketers and for buyers. And I think that explains the path that we've gone down today, which allows those marketers to invest money with ease, to engage in consumer attention as a means to drive their brand metrics, and to do so with confidence and assurance that those ads are being delivered in trusted, rich contextual environments that are very different to that's available in the long tail web and the open marketplace in particular. So I think we've recognised the fact that we're asking the market to make a different choice, and I think we are doing so now during a challenging period, but we've been received really positively, and I think what we take heart from is the fact that we're winning budget from the largest advertisers on merit, and we're seeing that budget returns. So we've got very strong loyalty, rebooking, and great campaign results. That's ultimately the real test. So I think that's what we're growing at a very healthy rate. Everyone wants to grow even more quickly in any business, of course. But I think for us, that sustainable growth trajectory that's delivering fantastic results for marketers is putting us in good stead, and means that we're building a base of very loyal customers that we know will return.
My recommendation would be you have to work with the Alliance, absolutely, because they're the publishers you've been working with for years. And since it's digital, you change a little your habits, but they're still the same brands and the same confidence and the same quality clients. So you have to work with them. That's obviously, that's what I tell to the French publisher, but to the French advertiser, but that's clearly what I should say to any advertiser in any European country. If you want to have a free information, you have to support it, and you have to work with your publishers and their alliance.
I think brands and publishers are in the same way. I think all these products have to be together. They have to work together to get good results, and they keep growing together. I think it's the only result. Tell publishers what they need, and keep looking forward to taste and create new products. Don't stop and keep looking for new things. And I think publishers are moving and are investing lots of new technology, and I think it's a good moment to start.
Well, I think it's really important to recognise the role that quality publishers have in building brands. They are the home for audience, but attention, most importantly. And so if you're a brand who's looking to shift brand favourability and intent to purchase, then that's where premium publishers, exposing your brand in quality content environments is of the utmost priority. And that's very distinct from open marketplace buying, which anyone can do. Again, you need to kind of be thinking about building long-term brand equity, and that's where quality publishing and consumer attention are requirements. I think the reason that marketers should be investing in Nonio and in publisher co-ops and alliances is because these organisations represent the alternative to the platforms. They have the meaningful scale, they have quality and depth of data that enables brand results to be delivered at scale. And I suppose the ask has got to be that of support, because these publishers need investment from marketers in order for this alternative to bear fruit and to become a long-term reality as well. And I think that's the message